Good morning and a warm welcome to the SSC grounds in Colombo. Once again, looking bright. It's sunny out there and the conditions looking excellent. We have had a lot of cricket over the last 1 week to 10 days here at the SSC. But the ground looking in tremendous form as always. St. Benedict's taking on Wesley College, and it's coming to you live, as I mentioned, from the SSC grounds. And we are all ready and set to go for the second Reverend Brother Luke Gregory Shield, the one-day encounter between these two schools that have a proud history and have been very good in their cricket as well over the last several years. And as I mentioned, everything looking fine. It's a bright and sunny day here, beautiful conditions for cricket, and I'm sure we are going to have a great day as well. These two teams over the last week produced some excellent cricket in the two-day game. They have had some outstanding season, and they will surely be looking to perform today as well. Well, the temperature just 29 degrees, a bit of a wind as well that the bowlers will use earlier on, but overall it's a bright and sunny day forecast so far in the morning session in particular. And earlier on today, the opening ceremony of this ODI encounter happened at the SSC Pavilion. And I'm sure they'll be looking forward to this game and summer entertainment. was on a while ago. Well, we have Kosala Suresh Chandra. He's down there on the grounds in the center.
Thank you, Ricky. So it's all set for a big game here at the SSC. This is the third time these two brotherhood schools, for a tradition of 127 years that has prevailed, are taking it into a big one here at the SSC for this limited overs encounter. Well, it's all set, a beautiful atmosphere. We know how the weather looks like today, and it's looking bright and sunny. And the SSC, I'll tell you, is set to give you something very, very special between the Wesleyites and the BENS. Well, the game is all set to go. Let's go and meet Sajid Padirana, who has something to say about the pitch today.
Here we are at Sinhalese Sports Club for the second one-day encounter between Wesley College and St. Benedict's College. The weather today is absolutely beautiful with a blue sky and the sun beating down. Despite the overnight rain, it looks a lush outfield, but it looks lightning fast. And the boundaries here are 70 yards all around. And let's have a closer look at the wicket we are going to play on today. So it's the same wicket which we used for the Royal and St. Thomas's College yesterday. So as you can see, there are a few patches in the good length area which was created by the right arm faster bowlers, but it's not alarming, but it looks a very hard surface underneath. So I think this wicket should have a lot of runs on this, and the captain winning the toss, I think, would try to bat first, and the pass score on this wicket could be around 220, and if we get to around 220, I think we have a good game in our hands.
There you go. Sachit had something very interesting to tell about the pitch. It's the same pitch that was used yesterday for the 46th Mustang Trophy between the Thomians and the Royalists. So the captains winning the toss might just have that feeling that they would want to bowl first, because the wicket might intend to get a little bit slower because the same surface that's been used yesterday. But you never know how these captains think these days. They go by their strength, whether they want to prefer chasing a target or whether they would like to set a target. So that we will have to wait and see of how it goes down at the toss. But it looks a very good pitch, and a big thank you to the SSC ground staff for making it possible. Despite the overnight rain, it's a lush green outfield, and you know that the SSC outfield is a lightning outfield. And well, I think it's time to see how the toss would work out. But before that, let me give you something about the two schools. It's the 127th years of brotherhood that has come together to bring in this big encounter. They had a two-day game last week, which ended in a draw, but I thought the BENS had the better of the Wesleyites, and it looked a very interesting game. So let's see whether the BENS can continue that momentum going into today's game. But all in all, it looks a very fantastic atmosphere. And I was told that more than the rivalry, it's all about the brotherhood and the friendship that prevails between these two Catholic schools to come big here and make sure that they have a wonderful game of cricket despite what the result would be. So this is what we have in store in this third encounter. It's the third time that these two teams are battling it out in a big way here. They don't want to call it the big encounter, but it is something that both teams and players will look forward to make it big as this series of games goes on in future. Well, winning the toss, batting first, what were the scores that they want to put on? Those are things that will always come into mind. Both teams are being coached by two wonderful gentlemen, and they will obviously have spoken to their captains and given them wonderful advice on how the game should plan out. If you take a look at around, and you'll see later in the day, these tents are getting fuller and fuller because we're seeing old boys, present boys flocking in. And mind you, there are a few parades that are happening around the ground, outside the ground. So we will see a lot of people walking into this ground as this game progresses. At the moment, it's settling in for a big encounter. So we'll all have to wait and see how things will battle it out. The BENS would see that they are the favorites going into this game. So let's go and take a look at what the two captains had to decide when the toss of the coin came on.
Here we are at the SSC cricket grounds for the all-important toss for the limited over encounter between Wesley College and St. Benedict's College. To my right, the match referee, Mr. Manoj Mendis, and we have the two captains and the Benedict's captain to toss the coin. Okay, the St. Benedict's have won the toss, and what are you going to do today?
We are going to bat first.
All the best. So, looking at the wicket, any concerns about batting here today?
Yeah, I think it's a very good pitch to bat on, and we try to them a good target, and we finish the game as a memorable one.
So, all the best to you. So, we have the Wesley captain here. So, what were you hoping to do if you won the toss?
We also hope to bowl first here. Luckily, we got to bowl first here.
So, looking at the wicket, do you think that it will assist the faster bowlers in the start of the game?
Yeah, there's a bit of grass in the wicket. We could get an advantage with the moisture in the morning, and hope to chase it down after the session due to it will get dried and it will get set in the evening.
So, thank you very much. So, the news at the center is that St. Benedict's College has won the toss and they have elected to bat first.
So very interesting from the point of view of both captains. The BENS captain won the toss. He elected to bat first, and he said that he wanted to put runs on the board and make the scoreboard pressure to the Wesley. On the other hand, the Wesley captain said that he always wanted to bowl first if he had won the toss. So it's going to be a very interesting encounter. Let's see whether it's the bat or the ball that takes control in the first session. So let's go and join our first set of commentators.
So there you go. That is the news from the centre. St. Benedict's College won the toss and elected to bat first in this in this important game, the Reverend Brother Luke Gregory Shield. Well, those are the team lines up. We will get back to you on that in a short while with the two teams. But Wesley College, captained by Linal Supersinger, quite a strong side. The Amar Singh, Gomez, Pereira, Isera, Pansara, Fernando, Yaba, Taranga, Wyman and Minon making up the 11 today for Wesley College. The umpires are ready out there in the centre, and the two umpires, Gamini Gunasekara and Rajita Masalage, will be handling this game. Vidunet Wilson will open the batting for Wesley. And today's third umpire is Ravindra Kotachi, very senior umpire doing the third umpire duties. Gamini Vijay Singh is the fourth umpire. Manoj Mendis, he's been at the SSC in the last 10 days quite a lot. He's the match referee. And Sharon Kanangara is the non-strikers end for Wesley College. We are all ready and set to go for ball number 1. In this very important game, Sanidhu Amar Singh will open the ball in for St. Benedict's, and we are set to go for the Reverend Brother Luke Gregory Shield for 2023, played for the second year here at the SSC grounds.
Well, Wesley, these two openers, Ricky put on 121 run partnership in their two-day game. Wilson getting 73 and Kanangara 68. I thought Kanangara was a very attacking player, so we'll be waiting to see how things would go on today here at the SSC. We're playing at the same wicket which was used for the Royal Thomaian just yesterday.